Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre for the final game in the 2011 Underwater Hockey Interzone Championships. With me again is Rebecca Brosnan. Welcome, Bex.
Thanks, Tony.
Men's final. We've just seen an amazing women's final. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
Oh, look, Tony, it could go either way. 2-2 in the round-robin game between the two teams. You know, it's going to be anyone's game today. Who's going to bring it out?
Indeed. Well, Central is defending champs. Prior to that, Northern had the cup for 4 years it was. It's going to be close, I think.
Oh, it's definitely going to be close. Some top players in both teams that, you know, going to bring us some great underwater hockey today, I would say.
Indeed. Another great game here at the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre for Underwater Hockey New Zealand's Interzone Championships. It is going to be a very close game. We've got mate against mate, friend against friend. It is going to be great.
They're going to be friends in the water, though.
No, but when they come out, they're always mates.
Yeah, that's right.
Over to the commentary team of Rebecca Brosnan, who's going to rush back into the commentary, Maddie and Coral. Thank you very much.
Cool, thanks for that, Tony. So you are joined. We are 35 seconds away from starting, so the players are ready. So we have Central A in the white, so that's just them on screen at the moment. And then playing in the black stick and the darker togs is Northern A. So captain is Rob Tinkler in the Northern A and Jeremy Webster in the Central team. So yes, you can see the team lists up there. Nice strong contingent from both, and we are looking forward to a very exciting and close game.
Yeah, two strong teams here today. Many experienced players within the team. It's can go anybody's way. 2-2 draw in the round robin.
Yeah, and so just for anyone watching, in case they were wondering, so the players sitting out of the Northern team are Tim Bav and Logan Stevenson.
Right, game started and we're down in... Got a run here. Sorry, I'm just orientating myself to the way the cameras are set up. Looks like Central A taking it down towards the Northern A defensive end. We can just see Jake Hocking there, sitting, waiting for play.
Refs call there, so they're pushing back Central.
So Northern A getting set up to take this advantage pack. Quite a few players coming in from the sub bench with fresh legs. They'll be wanting to make some ground here, getting it back into their attacking half.
Yeah, so both teams doing very well to keep that play in the middle of the pool and shut down other moves. But you can obviously also see they're in the blind spot for the underwater camera, so you guys can't quite see. But there is lots of changeover of position that you can sort of determine from the surface of the water.
So we've got an advantage pack for Central A here, Northern A being pushed back. A few Central A subs sort of changing over. And we're sitting about halfway down the pool at the moment. Out towards the wall, it's been taken into the wall. We're still in the blind spot for the bottom cameras, but we see Northern A slowly rolling it down by the looks, but Central A are holding them firm. And Central A now look like they've boarded off the wall.
Yeah, so this is just in your shot. This is the Central goal bin.
So Central A trying hard here to bring it up. Northern A obviously trying to keep it out on that wall. And they've just gone under the Northern A sub bench, so we've got quite a bit of rollover there, and Northern A now making a little bit of a break in play. And we've got a Northern A forward that's managed to gain some ground, but Central A have shut them down and they're back towards the other end. So just gone out of screen again. But you can see that Central A goalie sort of coming back, or offside wing. Just coming back, so they're just out of our sight. So Central A look like they're rolling that Northern A team back down the wall a little bit. We're just now coming back into Central A's attacking quarter, with Central A trying to make progress on that goal, but Northern A seem to be able to get that puck back.
So ref's call there, a stick infringement, and that is against White. So Northern A are getting possession of the puck given to them.
So we've got Hamish Arthur there, sitting there waiting as a forward, ready for the start of the play. Northern A really good at getting those swims out of those advantage puck straight off, aren't they?
Oh, definitely.
Got some fast swimmers in there.
Yeah,
now
and
back in the middle of the court here, Central A trying to bring it back towards their goal. Northern A just shutting them down, but that Central A player's got underneath that player, and now they're down the back wall. That Central A will be wanting to bring it along and really get that first goal in the goal bin.
Yeah, so this is the Central goal bin showing on the screen. So this is Central trying to score this goal at the moment. One thing, really cool thing to look out for, if you look out for those turns that these men are doing, are incredibly strong, especially when they come out of those turns, big kicks, and you'll see them really kind of make momentum and change that direction of the puck.
Oh, looks like somebody's going out for a minute. Looks like a black stick player there, a Northern A player being sent out for unsportsmanlike behaviour.
So that's Rowan has just been sent out just for 1 minute though, so he'll be back in at 9:16.
So Rowan Pine out for 1 minute for unsportsmanlike behaviour. So that can be a multitude of things, but essentially he's done something that the refs feels is...
So looks like Northern A just broke. So Central are getting that puck back, and the puck is actually being moved towards the centre of the pool, and that's because we can't set it back. The closest it can be to the goal bin is 5 metres. So instead we move it more towards the centre.
So Northern A will be wanting to maintain possession here and get it out towards the wall as soon as they can, away from that goal bin. Central A obviously working really hard to try and put that puck in the bin, and you can see that Central A forward sitting right on the corner of the goal bin. Northern A have managed to get it out to the far wall underneath their sub bench. See there, Hamish Arthur's just subbed out, another forward coming in. I didn't quite catch the number.
So that's a lucky one for Northern there. Rowan got to jump in just before that stoppage of play happened.
So they're back to 2 forwards. I think one forward in there is Jackson Godfrey, who was the top under-18 international player at the 2019 Junior World Championships, and great to see this weekend father and son playing in the same competition. And I must say they did have a strike off, pretty close though, I think Jackson's dad Neil did very well in that strike and showed Jackson just what you can still do when you've been playing with a few years under your belt.
Yeah, it's not always just about fitness and age. It certainly comes down to that skill level as well, and that experience does wonders.
Central A, another good strong run there, but Northern A have managed to push them out across to the next wall. Central A coming across to the goal bin now. Got quite a bit of time there without anyone sort of going in to make a tackle there, that Central A player. Here we go, that looks like Jackson Godfrey there taking off for a wee sprint, and Central A having to work hard to get him. Will he get there? Will he get there? Oh, just about. Now where's that Northern A player in support?
Yeah, so it looks like Northern A were a little bit dawdling. I suppose you can't quite say dawdling.
It was pretty hard to catch up, probably.
Yeah.
Here we go, Northern A having another go. That looks like, is that number 9?
So that's actually a ref's call just been made there, no goal. Even though you do see that puck in that goal bin.
It's Chris making that call, pushing back Northern A.
Yes. So
timeout to Central A.
Yeah, so Central have just called a timeout, so it's stoppage of time, and just for 1 minute, and it looks like quite good timing for the refs because they just want to determine. So it looks like there was multiple fouls happening. So very good. You're just watching in the replay there, that stoppage. And you can see sometimes it doesn't necessarily need to be the nicest tackle, the perfect tackle. It's about slowing that down and
slowing that player down, letting the rest of the team regroup.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Two very experienced teams here. I think both have players that have either played at age group level or elite level internationally. So very strong, experienced teams on both sides. So Central A starting off with the puck. So their advantage. Taking it back out to that wall. Coming across the centre, Northern A look to have possession again, bringing it out wide. Central A again have gained possession. It's now down in Central A attacking end, just over the side where the Northern A sub-benches.
So hi Nick, see you're watching across there from the Tasman. Nick is a Wellington player, grew up there, but now across in Australia, and so the tournament he's just played in is Aussie Nationals.
So Nick's done a shout out to Devon Glover, who's in the Central A team, cap number 6.
Yeah, the two of them great friends.
So Northern A here defending their bin very strongly. Central A trying to get through. Both teams working really hard. Northern A having quite a big sub change there. Northern A doing very well to keep it below their sub bench so they can turn those players over. This looks like Hamish Arthur there with the run. Out to that offside forward, didn't quite get picked up. And they've managed to regain possession and taking that Central A team back down towards their defensive end. Oh, nice flick backwards there by one of those Central A players to clear it out.
So yes, another very close game, still sitting at 0-0.
Yeah, we're now nearly 10 minutes through this first half and no goal scored so far. Northern A working really hard here to stop a run by Central A. Central A with player numbers.
Oh, very nice work
number
there.
Number 3 from Northern A, Samuel Twigg, doing a really good swim across the goal bin. Northern A on another run now. There's those legs going. Looks like one of those fast forwards. Another run again, but there's still a Central A player waiting in defence there. Oh, what an amazing swim. Looks like Jackson Godfrey again, if I can read the cap number.
Yeah, and you'll see that he just took advantage of that 45 degree angle swim, just while Central weren't all in position.
Right, that's an advantage to Northern A. Central A being pushed back towards their goal bin. Northern A will really want to use this and try and put a puck into the bin.
So team timeout has just been called by Northern A. So that's 1 minute break. And so that call that we're coming back to is just a gloving call from Central. So Central advanced the puck with their glove instead of their stick, gained an advantage from it, and so we are giving the puck to the Northern boys.
Right, so both teams taking just time to regroup, chat. You see Jake Hocking there. Jake's come from an amazing underwater hockey family. All his, both parents, Jane and Rory, were New Zealand representatives. Both his sister and brother were also New Zealand representatives. And now that they're starting to have children of their own, it'll be great to see those children coming through and playing as well.
Yeah, so and they're starting to have kids at the same time as the likes of Benson and Nev as well. So they're another people bringing through. And Andrew Harris and Abby Harris have just had a daughter as well. So we'll be keen to get all those kids in the pool in the next 15 years.
And obviously captain of the Northern A team here, Rob Tinkler, husband to Rachel Tinkler, who was the vice captain in the Northern Women's game in the final just before this one.
Yeah, and we do tell you there are some underwater hockey players that aren't married to other underwater hockey
Northern
players.
A with a puck right on the bin there. Can they get it through? Number 7 trying to pass through, Elliot Snedden. He just missed that one, had to go back and regroup it. Number 5 swimming through, Rob Tinkler, playing goalie there by the licks, taking it back into that corner. Now they need to get it out of that corner and towards the goal bin. They will just be taking their time and waiting for the opportunity to open. And here we go. No, Central A have shut them down. Central A getting a bit of a breakout. So we're now about halfway down the pool. Northern A in possession of the puck at the moment. Right, just coming right in the middle of the pool there. Northern A and Central A both on the puck, pretty 50-50. Now the puck's just under the Central A sub bench, so there's a whole lot of fresh Central A players just gone in. As you can see, they've got a nice drive from that. Oh, Northern A have a player on it, down the wall, pushing it out, but Central A still managing to keep pulling it forward.
Yeah, those players from both teams doing a really good job at managing to shut down those breaks, because those tackles are incredibly hard to make.
Yeah, there's number 4, Jake Hocking, brought it off the wall there, but Central A managed to pick it up. Now they've got it. Can they do it? Jake Hocking there. Can he get it out to the wall? Oh, it's just been pushed off the puck, and we have got, I think that might be number 10 again. Central A have managed to shut it down. Oh, some nice passes coming through here. Quite a few Central A caps on the bottom. Northern A back out on the wall. What a battle. Both teams just some amazing play down there.
Oh, it's definitely some great play happening today, and it's awesome to have all of this filmed and recorded. Awesome to be able to see it by not having to jump in the water.
And we've got 1 minute 14 left on the clock. One, for the first half, and it's still 0-0.
Yeah, pretty exciting. If both of these teams will be working double time just in this last minute to try and get that goal, because if you can get that goal right before half time, the other team won't have time to respond, so you'll be going in with that mental advantage.
So Central A making good progress towards their goal bin here. Northern A working really hard to try and keep it out. So Northern A seem to be managing at the moment, although it is sort of getting closer.
Yeah, and we hope.
Big battle on the back wall. I'm sure there's a few hard hits. Oh, Central A making the pass across. Can they get it in? Central A. Oh, Northern A. Who's that player? Look like number 6. Oh my gosh, what amazing play. Rob Tinkler there in the end.
It looks like it might have entered the goal bin. I wasn't quite sure, but the refs are just conferring. After that likely will, unless there's an advantage for Park, or could be a penalty shot.
With 10 seconds on the clock before half time. Could be maybe a foul as well. Glove puck maybe by the Northern A team.
Yeah, unfortunately there was just a fin in the way to sort of see what was happening.
What a phenomenal piece of play.
But the refs will clarify with us shortly.
So at the moment we're just in refs timeout while they make a decision on what the call's going to be. Central A still waiting. They're not taking it as a goal or anything. They're just waiting to see what's happening. A couple of fingers indicating that it could potentially be a goal. Oh, equal puck. What a call.
Oh, not what I was expecting. But if Central A has 9 seconds to potentially
9
score
seconds
this.
on the clock. Can they do it? Big call. Jake Hocking just managing to get that puck and a big flick out to the side, and we've got the Northern A winger there, number 3, Samuel Twigg, taking it out into the corner, and that is half time.
Yeah, so obviously you're not able to move that puck into the corner and sort of like intentionally put it there and rotate, but you can certainly go in there by yourself and just hold your breath. So that is what he is just doing there, just to get it as far away from the goal bin and keep it safe for those last few seconds. So at halftime, we are 0-0.
What a phenomenal game. You know, it's always very tough mentally when there's no goals scored. You know, it's so much easier to sub, obviously, with breaks in play, which goal scoring is one of, and yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah, and these refs are pretty good at playing advantage.
Captain Jeremy Webster having a good talk to his team there, highly motivated to win, and working really hard to do that against the very strong Northern A team.
And seeing this is Northern A, and you can just see, so this is, well, here we are at the down in Wellington in our aquatic centre, and just behind these guys here there's a big screen up behind them, so actually all the spectators here can see a great sort of grandstand style view, which is pretty awesome. Yeah.
So the Northern A men's team have coach John Cole in there having a chat to them. John's a very experienced hockey player. He was in the New Zealand team at quite a young age as well, and has played for Northern A for many years. He's here this year in a coaching capacity, helping that Northern A men's team.
Yeah, and he's coached both women's and men's New Zealand teams.
Yep.
Come through and obviously really helped develop a lot of these players. And actually both teams, and both the Central and the Northern teams.
So 50 seconds to go in half time here in the men's final. Score sitting at 0-0. There's some very fast players in these teams. The strikes are amazing. We saw Jackson Godfrey have an amazing swim in that first half and nearly take, get a goal from a quarter of the way down the pool to the end, but just one of those Central A players managed to stop him at the last minute. Let's see if we can see who wins the strike. So it looks like it's Alistair Ford and Devon Glover in the forwards for that Central A team. But it was the Northern A player that managed to get to the puck first and flick it out.
Yeah, so
wide. Of
the forwards, Alistair's the taller, lankier one, and Devon's the one with the beard.
Right, Northern A with a good start here. So we're down towards the Northern A scoring bin. Just over by the Central A sub bench, and quite a few subs already in that game just after 30 seconds of play. So you can see how intense it is. You know, these guys are wanting to sub as quickly as they can to get those fresh legs in. So Central A now have advanced, and they're now down by the Northern A sub bench. And although they've come across the pool, and a Northern A player with a good run here.
Yeah, and so just to clarify, we have switched ends as well. So now you are seeing the Northern Goulburn down here.
Sorry, Central A, Richard Maxwell there with the puck.
So yes, we just had the swappage of ends at halftime. And refs are playing advantage, and they've just called that for an illegal stop of the puck.
So it's Northern A's advantage puck, so Central A being pushed back towards their goal bin. Reasonably close to the goal bin end here. Northern A will be hoping to do something with this. Although a lot of Northern A players just swimming in, these advantage pucks are being started quite quickly, so when you've got a distance to swim to the goal, to the sub bench, some of the players don't get back by the time the advantage starts, which I'm not sure if you can really call that an advantage. So number 2 there at Northern A, sitting waiting for those Central A players. So that's Hamish Arthur, number 2, sitting in the corner waiting. Back to number 5, Rob Tinkler, and then back across into the centre with Jake Hocking on the puck at the moment, and that looks like Hamish Arthur trying to pick it up. But Central A, Richard Maxwell, again, another very experienced player, playing another year of regionals for the Central A team.
Yeah, and
being able to defend it very well.
Richard Maxwell's another one of those players that has a very strong turn and a very strong kick on him.
Right, Rob Tinkler coming up, trying to take that pass across into the centre, but Central A got it. Number 4 there, Ben Pav-Smith, is taken out to the wall. And I think that was number 7, Richard Kay, swimming up the side wall there. Right, looks like it's an advantage against Central A again. So Northern A once again won't be wanting to use this. It looks like Jake Hocking might have moved back into the goalie position actually, but can't quite confirm that. But seems to be sitting back a little bit further than he was earlier.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be on these advantage pucks right up in that goal bin that sort of
Central A
centre and goalie swap around.
Central A, nice break out of that advantage puck that was Northern A's.
So that's a stick infringement against White. So, okay, sorry, the chief ref just called it for the other side. So sorry, that's White getting the free puck.
Right, handing over to Coral Dolman here as I exit to get a flight.
Yeah, so Bex is just off to the airport to head back to Nelson. So she's just heading over commentary. So this is Coral joining us now.
Yeah, thanks very much, Bex. That was absolutely awesome. Having her sitting here, her experience and knowledge of all the players, men and women, is just second to none, really.
Yeah, and Bex is another one of those players that has married another underwater hockey player, and has her kids are just starting to come up into that the school age player, just entering secondary school themselves.
You can see Central A did a huge push up the wall. Northern A shut it down as usual. This is very much a backwards and forwards game, and it's amazing to see. 0-0. Exactly what winners you see in finals. Nice, tight games.
So yes, if this is still drawn at the end of the game, we will just go into sudden death.
Yeah, 1 minute break where the teams go back to their sides, don't stop over, and they're straight into goal and goal.
Yep. So yeah, international rules is a little bit different, where they play another 2 5-minute halves, and then would go into a sudden death. But just due to the time scheduling and stuff, we're just playing the sudden death version at this tournament.
The advantage is being played by the refs, so as soon as they took the puck any too much further, they was always going to be played up. So here we go. Here's an opportunity for Central. An opportunity for Central to get it into the bin. Here we go.
So that looks like Richard Kay with the puck there, and then Northern just getting that out of the danger zone.
Fantastic clearance and getting it up out of that danger, and out away from wave goal.
And you'll notice these guys are really looking for those quick breaks. Sometimes when all the players push up from an attacking team, there's an opportunity for a defender, if they can get it past the back, to not have anyone there and get a bit of what we refer to as a runaway. So you can see Northern definitely looking for those runaway opportunities when Central are all pushed up.
Here we go. Here's another push again towards their goal line. Great save just before by Richard Maxwell. Oh, yes.
So yes, that's Central pushing up again. But yes, play is in that middle of the pool, swapping possession. Both teams doing an incredible job to stop some of these breaks in play, and really neither team has really had control of this game. they have each been equally shutting down their moves. So that's just the refs calling stick infringements against Central, and so Northern are getting given the advantage.
The conversation by the ref said during half-time was it on lines that it has actually been a very, very clean game. It's just extremely fast.
Which is actually, these men's games towards the end of the tournament, as everyone gets tired, they can get quite intense and quite physical. So it's really nice to have this quality level of hockey being played towards the end of the tournament, and not have the refs controlling the game. We want the players controlling the game.
Yep, so we saw Jake Hockey involved in that little scurry before, and came out of the park and managed to get a pass off. So Northern pushed up, but then Central has regained possession. I can see it looks like Nick Healy in the back. Some point there, just pushing forward. Unfortunately, it's just jumped into our blind zone. Here it comes, back through into there. We've got Northern A pushing hard.
Northern A's goal bin, so they're pushing up to score.
Is it coming? Is it coming?
Oh, and Central's
it's Jackson right up in there, trying it hard. Jake Hockey. Oh, what is the stoppage in play?
So look, the ref's call just before that went into the goal bin, there was a stick infringement by Northern. So White have been given possession of the puck. So that's a stoppage of time. White have just taken a timeout. So we have 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in this game. And the score is still 0-0.
Yeah, definitely. You can hear it. It always happens every final. It's as close as anything. Outside, we've got a huge amount of people lined up on each side supporting both teams. At the end of the day, some of us have affiliations with people in both these, but it just escalates, and the closer we get to that no time left, the higher level pitch that's going to get. I tell you right now.
Yeah, and we do apologise if the commentary becomes a bit less legible towards the end of the game as it gets a bit more exciting.
Right, what are they going to do? Hopefully, no doubt they're going to have a set piece for this. You can see that number 12, Nick Healy, will probably be taking that puck. Absolutely, no doubt about that for the Central team.
So that's Nick there in the thing, and Nick just coming up to breathe.
You can see Richard Maxwell backing him up there.
So this is pushing up towards that central goal bin. And that's just a Northern sub-bench that you can see the Northern players just swapping in and out. So we are doing in-water substitution. So...
Yep, so there's been a huge push from Northern, as you can see, exactly what we just talked about, from the sub-bin, straight into play, going pushing up. You can see the push already from those fresh legs. All right, already about 10 metres out from the goal bin. We can see it's on the back wall.
And we might see an exact repeat of Central as they've just dropped some new subs in right there, and there should be a big swim. And big there it is.
Here it comes.
And will Northern shut it down like Central just did to them?
Here it goes. Right.
Oh, is that Andre? And there's wedged between two players, and he has support of Nick Healy there.
Have we got the first goal of the game?
And was that passed off to the other forward? So that is a goal confirmed to Alistair Ford. So that was Andre Heller pushing up with that swim, pushing it out to Nick Healy, who then was in support there to get it to that other forward, who was Alistair Ford.
But at the end of the day, what you see in that picture that just replayed on our screens is four Central A players right up in that bin. that was going to go in. They were making sure of it. That's exactly what you need, is you need players up there. You can't just leave it to one person. It's got to be a team effort.
No, and just like those Northern players there wasn't just one of them down trying to stop the puck. There was quite a few of them, and they certainly made that hard for Central. But you see, Central just managed to push it in as two Northern players came up for a bit of a breath. Just took advantage of that. So we just have 30 seconds left in this timeout. 4 minutes 17 left on the game clock. And Central is now up 1-0, and Northern will be looking to try and equalise as quickly as possible.
Most undoubtedly, that's for sure. And that's exactly why you take time out, because it is when the team coming back at you. Both ways.
Yeah, regroup, make sure it doesn't rattle you too much, and go in there and make sure you're playing your own game.
Right, so into the centre of the court, a whole bunch of people on the bottom. But it looks like Central A has got possession of the puck and is moving towards their goal. It is definitely looking, oh my goodness, holy moly.
That is
check that out.
Quick return.
Definite again.
Nick Healy and looks like Jeremy Webster right up there.
Mate, they are right up there. That is exactly what you need to see. You need to see people like the support is all the things. And well deserved to Nick Healy. He's been doing so much work, as we all know. He's a bit of a Trojan horse, that one. Keeps coming through, and he deserves to get a goal.
And you can see just right on the edge outside him was Jeremy Webster, who was just coming through. So if Northern did try and swipe that off
so we're
him.
back onto the strike already. Here we go. Already really hard. You can see the guys swimming fast. You see by the power of the league coming through how much is going into this, because now Northern knows it's 2-0. 4 minutes 19, 3 minutes 6 on the clock. And
yeah, so we have 3 minutes left of this half.
They need to get a goal
and
in the bin now.
Score is 2-0 to Central A. So this will be a very tough ask of Northern A to get these goals back.
It is definitely not unheard of. We've seen these boys do it before. And it's only been played. Ref's calling it out.
And so we will do stoppage of time for any refs calls that aren't goals in those last 2 minutes.
So all team notes have been taken. We have just had the free puck taken. You can see that it's going straight off to the left-hand side with Northern A. They've got to push hard and get that goal on the board to get any kind of traction in this game right now. Can't believe it was like so fast that it's in goal. It's just after nothing for 25 minutes. And all of a sudden two shortly after each other. So you go Central A pushing hard down that back wall. Down that goes. Here we go. Already a breakthrough. Here we go. Northern A's got to shut this down. They've got to get this down to the wall, get it down their side.
Yeah, so Northern A probably just maybe have enough time to get 2 goals to equalise it if they do a few breaks.
All right. Here we go. Is advantage being played, and there was a break. But unfortunately, Central A player has got it and has brought it over to the close side wall. You can see all the players chasing hard across there. It is still down in the scoring end for Central A, though.
Yeah, Central A trying to certainly keep control of it.
Northern A is trying to swing it out wide. They've got to try something. They've got to try everything and throw everything at this. It's got to come out. It's a bit dangerous sometimes if you don't have the speed to get it out and away from the danger zone of the goal. But speed is something these boys have, Des, for sure.
Yes, that's a stoppage of time. Refs have just called.
So 52 seconds left on that clock.
So you see, and the time's just stopped so that if the refs were a bit slow or the players were a bit slow.
And Northern A have taken their puck. They've gone up left-hand side, so close side of the wall, trying to push hard. You can see this being fed through. Who's got possession? It makes it really hard to see. Obviously Central A, because they're pushing back down this side here.
really stopping, and Central A here will really be working hard to keep that puck in this half away absolutely far away from possible as that northern goal bin as they can.
20 seconds left on the clock, and advantage is over from the refs. There we go. What's going to happen in the last 15 seconds?
So that's Devon just on the surface there from Central.
There we go. Northern still playing hard. That's great to see right down to the end.
Even you saw there Ben get
There we go.
a touch on the puck and just go for it to try and see if he
What
could.
an amazing game. Amazing game. It came down to the last 5 minutes.
And look at the relief on those guys' faces.
Yeah.
Probably also just relief that it didn't go into overtime as well.
For sure. No, definitely.
They gave it their all. You can see how tired they are.
Yep. Awesome players in both teams. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and we're going to try and get, after the game, so after these guys have done their cheers and shaken their hands, we're going to try and have Tony on the side of the pool doing a couple of interviews just to get the takes on a couple of the captains. So hopefully we'll get Rob Tinkler and Jeremy Webster having a chat to you about their thoughts of how the game went and everything. But very impressive game there.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of skill showing, a lot of, well, obviously still a lot of training still happening within this squad.
Yeah, and so both this Northern and Central team have actually been able to, even through our level 2, which is when our sort of indoor venues are restricted to like 100 people, they've still been able to play their club leagues and everything like that. So these guys have still managed to sort of keep training and stuff, which is really cool, and keep training as a team.
Yeah, no, 100% certain. We are very, very lucky to be living in New Zealand and being able to actually play this sport, play any sports of general sorts, but to be able to play sport at this level and of this calibre, it's just fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic. Puts us in a good stead for when we finally can get a World Champions underway.
Yeah, we've had to.
It'll get there. We shall wait.
Yeah.
We shall wait.
It's getting.
We shall be prepared.
Yes, we shall be very prepared. Because I know some countries certainly named their squads before their countries went into lockdown.
No, this is definitely like, what this entire tool has shown us is how much depth we've got going on here. But we'll be crossing to Tony because I can see he is getting Rob Tinkler, the captain of the Northern team, lined up for an interview.
Yeah, and so Rob Tinkler is also current captain of the New Zealand men's team as well, and so they will have some good insights to share about the game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was an amazing game here. 2-0, unfortunately. Rob, thoughts?
Oh, it was exactly what we expected. Tough game. It's always within 1 or 2 goals between us. Traditional game. I think I've been playing that game for the last 17, 18 years, year in, year out. So super proud of the boys. We got a few young guys there, first comp. And we've had a pretty tough build-up with COVID and that, pools being shut, but, no excuses. Wellington boys, they really put it together today.
Great hockey, though, isn't it?
It was. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's a lovely pool to play in.
Nothing between you. 2-2 at the round robin. There was nothing there at all. And they only got you with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, no, that's the style they play. They just sort of batter you down, and we know what they're going to do. We just can't stop it.
Yeah. All right, Rob, congratulations for a great game. And again, as I said to the women, we're very lucky that we can play this game here now.
We are. It's great. Thanks.
Thank you, Rob.
Cheers, Tony.
That was Rob Tinkler, captain of the Northern A team. We now bring in Jeremy Webster, captain of the Central A and victorious team. Jeremy, well done.
Thank you. I'm pretty tired.
I can see that. You're just sucking them in, breathing in.
Yeah, look, the Auckland game is always tight. It was cool having 3 really top teams this year, up the top with Southern there, but yeah, we've had a final with Auckland every year for the last, I don't know how many years, and it's always like that. It's always devastating.
Nice to be the defending and successful champs.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting last time they beat us, so it's nice to be on the winning side of this one.
Oh, well done. Now, you got a lucky escape. Well, no, you were unlucky just before half-time. Yep. Very unlucky. And then you got 2 very quick goals 4 minutes to go?
Yeah, we were extremely lucky to chase down one of their big breakaways. I think it might have been Nick Healy and Richard Maxwell who chased down that huge runaway, so we were very lucky to get away with that. And when we were 1-0 up with only a few minutes to go, they had to be more desperate, they had to be more risky, and we just took advantage of that. We were a bit lucky on there, yeah.
It was end-to-end at times, and there was some great defence by both teams.
Oh, yeah, crazy. Oh, the chase downs from our guys is incredible. They must have been doing a lot more fitness than they said, you know.
Yeah, that's Rob Tinkler for a T and true. Well, Jeremy, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on a great win, and congratulations to both teams on a great game of hockey.
Really good stuff. Thanks, Tony. Cheers.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the 2021 Underwater Hockey Interzone Championships here at the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre. We've seen 3 days of great hockey, and we've had 2 great finals. And we are just very lucky here in New Zealand that we can actually play hockey in this COVID environment. Before we go, just like to thank our sponsors, Hydro, Wellington City Council, New Zealand Charitable Trust, and of course the great work by the Stream Shop, and of course skysportnext for their ongoing support. On behalf of Underwater Hockey New Zealand, we thank you very much. This is Tony Coon signing off.